Most people don't really know much about Bulgaria. They came into the EU in 2007 with a lot of hope, trying to overcome decades of communism, but it's been a hard road. It's still the poorest country in the EU. The people here, they're really struggling to improve their lives, have jobs, and take care of the basic needs of their families. There are many challenges that we face, but I would say people really struggle to know what's going to happen in the future. A few years back, we were just reevaluating everything that we were doing here as a mission team. And the interesting thing was, God used the women on the streets to open our eyes to our community as a whole. And God began to open our eyes to this part of our community, asking the question, what can we do? What followed that was another question. What else are we not seeing, God, that you want us to see? And as a mission team, that opened our eyes to our community, transformed how we were looking at people around us. You know, we're church planting, but instead of being focused on the church, what transitioned for us was we started to look at our role here as being church-centered rather than church-focused. And God raised our eyes to being community-focused so that we look at our community and ask the question, where are the areas of brokenness? Where are the areas of opportunity that we can move in as a team and address? And through those relationships, demonstrating the love of Christ tangibly in different ministry platforms. You know, our work with the Daughters of Bulgaria, 90% of the young women that we deal with are from the Roma population, which is really a people group that is the bane of so many governments within Europe in disabilities. There's not that much help through the government. The elderly, they lost everything under the transition from communism. There's so much need there in Business's Mission, where we come up alongside of businessmen, whether they're believers or not. We also have a real commitment to developing tomorrow's leaders. And we believe this for Bulgarian young adults as well as young adults that come from the States to join us as interns. And then teaching English as a second language and even sports, baseball and basketball. Those are all areas of ministry that we see that we can involve ourselves so that people ask this question, why are you doing what you're doing? And then we can share with them the hope of Christ. Our God is healer, awesome in power, our God. All these ministries were involved in relationships, and the goal is to introduce Bulgarians to the community of faith. It's not so much inviting them into a building, but the church out in the community, so that when they do come to join us in our community of faith, they already know other believers because we're in their lives, in their community.